Once I pop, me can't stop. I prefer to stop so that I don't pop, because when I pop, me can't stop. So that's why me not start.
Keep it tight and me keep it precise. Cook me a clean, raise kids me a wife. Keep secrets, hold the ting on the line. Never fall up, I'm in love with the grind. Timeless peace in the way me a shine. Skin so fine, one trick me like.
Hi guys, and welcome to D-Ray's Diaries with your girl D-Ray Love. I hope you guys have been well. I know you've been missing me. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done this type of style video, but here we are, we're back, and today we're going to be talking about why I've been celibate for the last 3 years and why I decided to do it and what it's done for my life. And actually, we're going to discuss a little bit about what the word celibate means and if actually it's celibacy or it's abstinence. It's more abstinence, but we're going to get into that. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Click the notifications bell so you don't miss an episode. Let's get into today's video. What even is celibacy? So celibacy is when you decide to abstain from sex, having that release of having intercourse, etc. Now, I will say I'm not celibate. I would say I'm abstinent, i.e. I'm abstaining from having sex, meaning I am not having sex at this moment. I'm abstaining so I can focus all of my energy on me and my son. Also, being a psychic and being a healer, I can't afford for other people to just be coming in and messing with my energies, and other people to be putting their energies and their issues on me and taking my energy from me that I work so hard to cultivate, because we all have our personal energy fields. And when you start to have sex and you start to bring those together, they start mixing up and making all these different concoctions, and Lord knows what comes out of it. A lot of people go around saying I'm celibate. It's like, you're not celibate, you're abstinent. Have I still had a couple of interactions with people over the years? 100%. When you have sex with somebody, it is a soul tie, and I didn't want those soul ties on me. I didn't want the opportunity for anybody else's energy to come and mess up my energy, for anybody else put their negativity, their depression, other people's depression, whatever connections they have made. I did not want them on me, and that is what is happening essentially when you are having sex. I decided that I wanted to keep my energy field clean, that I wanted to keep my energy field safe, so that when I do find the right person, I'm able to open up authentically, I'm able to open up wholly as a person, I'm able to bring myself to the table, not myself with other people's energies sitting around and blah blah blah. A clear head, a clear mind, and a clear space to bring peace into my life and to manifest anything that I want. First of all, I just wanted to talk about the decision to go celibate in the first place and why I made that decision. I guess just like anybody else, it wasn't like, oh, I came out of a bad relationship and I needed to heal and learn myself. I was actually learning myself anyway. I was actually on deep on my spiritual journey and putting a lot of effort and time into myself. However, after my child's father kind of walked away from the situation, I was left feeling like absolute shit, feeling like this is not what I wanted for my life. I never planned to be a single mom. I did everything I could to avoid choosing the wrong person and still ended up choosing the wrong person. So I was kind of mad at myself, mad at the world, mad at God at the time. I really was. Initially, straight away, I tried to like find comfort in somebody else. So I was trying to look for somebody I could just have like a casual arrangement with, just to make me feel good, because obviously 100% of my time was focused on my child. I was just kind of looking for somebody to fill the space. After probably like a year or two of having unsuccessful situations, I was like, this is not what I want to do. One, I don't want to be sharing my energy with people, and two, don't like any of these people. Like, none of these people are people I could see myself getting married to. I had to really ask myself, what is it that you're looking for, and what is the whole purpose of doing this? Because if it's just to have sex, you can choose any of these people and it's going to be fine for you, but will it be fulfilling inside? And I realized that ultimately I'm looking for marriage. I'm looking for a family. I'm looking to build an empire. I'm looking to build peace. I'm looking to actually build something, you know, instead of just having, like, you know, a fly-by-night, whatever. After having like a few unsuccessful situations where it just wasn't making sense and it just wasn't connecting for me, I just decided that I'm not going to have sex anymore until God provides me with the right person, the person that I want, that's going to honor me, that's going to love me, that's going to care about me, that's going to respect me, that's going to want to build a family. Because I want a baby girl, and I'm not having a baby girl with anybody. Like, the next person I sleep with would need to be on the way to be my husband at least. I never wanted to sleep with more than than one person in my life. I feel like through low self-esteem, lack of guidance in this whole dating world and whole dating thing, I've been raising myself since I was 16, so I didn't have anybody to support me along this journey in trying to find out love and relationships and men and their little mind games and the lies they're going to tell you and all this stuff. So I kept believing people at face value. I had such low self-esteem that anyone being interested in me was great, because I didn't have my self-worth in place. I didn't have the knowledge of my own power in place. I also wasn't thinking about soul ties, wasn't thinking about energy transfers and all of these things. A couple years ago, I came into a situation where I did have relations with somebody and they did put something on me or leave something on me. Honestly, it was then I started to realize that this sex is not a joke. Like, you are genuinely taking on people's entire energy forms when you are doing this. Even the thought of people going out and just sleeping with people randomly straight off the bat, you don't even know them, crazy. Like, it's not for me. I wanted to raise my standards, but I also wanted to raise my self-esteem. In life, you attract who you are, and I feel like I was attracting a lot of people that were not like anything or anyone I wanted to be like or wanted to have. So I realized I had to actually change me in order to attract the man that I wanted and the man of my dreams. Was I looking after myself properly? No. Was I showing myself self-love properly? No. Was I taking time out for self? No. Was I focusing on how I felt and what I needed and what I wanted from a man? No. So I started to get really clear about what type of man I wanted, and then I started to get really clear on who I had to be to attract that type of man. It wasn't just about the man, it was about stepping into who I really was to get the life that I deserve. And I saw celibacy as the sacrifice that I was making to get to where I deserve. Now, I could just have sex still while I'm on this journey. I could just still be sharing my energy. I could still be doing whatever, raising my body count, all these things. That to me was not showing my self-value. When I was younger, I had that self-worth, confidence and that self-worth because I was a virgin until I was 19. So I was just like, nope, not about that. I'm only going to sleep with one person. I'm looking for my husband. I should have stayed on that trajectory, but unfortunately I let friends cloud my judgment and change my mind and change my head, and I felt like I needed to have sex to fit in. That was not the right thing to do. And if you are young of age and ever been through any kind of pressure or peer pressure, I've done a lot of things due to peer pressure that now I would never ever do. It wasn't like they were saying go and have sex, blah, blah, but they were literally like, you need to chill out, so you need to go have sex. Like, they thought my hyperactivity and my good big energy was because I wasn't having sex, and me like an idiot thought that that was true. Fast forward 10-15 years, I decide now what I do with my body. I'm the person that's in charge of what I do with my body. I've been sexually assaulted twice. So that obviously does not help, but I realized that I probably hadn't healed from that properly. And a lot of people that have been sexually abused do go on to be a little bit more free with their sexuality. Have been in those situations, it kind of takes back your power. So I honestly believe that me deciding to be abstinent was me trying to regain my power and trying to claim my power back, as well as healing. Stop trying to find the one and find myself, essentially. It really took me on this self-healing and self-love journey. Since then, I've put time into meditation. I've put time into finding out what I like, what I don't like. I've took time to be sober, to try and get to know how I'm feeling in my body, you know, what it is that I really want, what my thoughts and opinions really are. Taking time to take stock and take note of what really feels good to me. I've ended up cutting out my family members. I've ended up cutting out a lot of friends. I've ended up having nobody around my house anymore. Nobody comes around. I used to be that person, someone would be around every week. Oh, my friends coming around, it'd be every other day somebody's here. That wasn't good for me because I wasn't really getting anything from those interactions. It was either my male friends just wanted to sleep with me and was just trying to find some excuse to spend time with me, and my female friends just needed something. It didn't feel like you was actually coming to spend time with me. You was either getting away from your situation or you was having a break from your kids. Or after starting to focus on me, I lost everybody. After I found my self-esteem, it made me start questioning the people around me in general. What are they here for? It made me start thinking about the fact that when we surround ourselves with certain things and certain energies, it's a reflection of what's going on inside us. I had low self-esteem, and that was being reflected in the energy that I kept around me, because they weren't real friends. They weren't there when I needed them. It was a case of, you want to come around and spend time with me because you eventually want to get something out of me, and what you want to get out of me is sex. So when sex stopped being accessible as an option, which it never was, but they would never know that, I lost out on friends. All of a sudden, these friends that I thought I had were no longer available, no longer calling my phone. My phone was drier than the Sahara Desert. No water could be found upon that phone. Not one piece of tourist trap was found upon that phone. Even now, my phone is dry. And I do try and have conversations with people, and I do try to get to know people. But honestly, most people just want to have sex these days. Most people are just talking about sex. Most people are thinking about sex. Everything is about sex. With the newfound energy and now the newfound time and effort that I've got that I'm not putting into man, I can put into myself, I started doing painting. I'll show you a picture of my paintings right here. Music, baking. I started going live. I've started YouTube. These are things that I've done in the last 3 years. Now, most people think, how can you be celibate? How can you go without sex for 3 years? Because when it's the wrong person, it's not worth it anyway. When I am not emotionally invested in someone and I'm not feeling them on an energetic level, I'm not going to enjoy the sex anyway. So it doesn't make sense for me to waste my time and go and try and have sex and try to get to know somebody just for a little nut. It's not going to fulfill me on a deeper level. And that's what I'm looking for. So I feel like people these days, I'm dating for marriage. That cuts out all the bullshit. Because if they're not dating for marriage and they can see that you're serious, they're going to keep it stepping and go to the person that's not serious. And I am happy with that. Do more of that. I've been able to weed out all the people that don't really want me, and I've been able to weed out the people that don't want to work for it. And when you set yourself some standards, you then raise the bar and the caliber of people that are attracted to you. If you'd have seen me 3 years ago, I never really cared about my appearance. I didn't really care about how I looked. Everything was inside. I was trying to heal and build from the inside and try to get all my energies. Imagine trying to fix yourself and you're adding other people's energies on, adding people's energies on. Didn't want to keep adding people to the melting pot of my already pain-filled life. So yeah, I feel like going celibate for 3 years has been the best situation I've ever made in my life. I think it's brought me here to a point where I'm so sure of myself, I'm secure in myself. I know that God's going to bring me my husband in due time, and I know that everything is going to work out. I'll tell you one thing that celibacy has done for me, which I did not expect it to do: restored and increased my faith. Honestly, it has. It has helped me to get closer to God, and it has helped me to really step out on faith in situations and step out on love, because I've had to cut off a lot of people and a lot of things that weren't serving me. When I let go of attachments and I let go of needing a man to validate who I am, or needing anyone to validate who I am, I started to validate myself, and that's the only validation that I need, essentially. Actually, sex is for reproduction, and all of us are running around using it like it's a recreational drug, and that not gonna work. Things that have changed my life since being celibate: my self-worth has increased, my self-care has increased because I have more time for self, I focus more on self. I've built stronger friendships, especially with women, because I've taken time to actually discuss proper things and not just men. I've taken time to get to know people on a deeper level and not just discuss men. And I would find my focus has gone from outside and external things to me and my child. That has made our bond 10 times stronger, and that has made my life flow a lot more harmoniously. I actually feel like I'm doing things that serve my soul, and when things don't feel good and don't serve my soul, I don't do them, or I don't allow them in. That was just a little bit about my celibacy journey so far. I am planning to stay celibate until I find my husband, until I find the one that God's like, this is the one. Hopefully you guys can come on this journey with me. Hopefully it's not too long. What I will say is that having sex does have certain health benefits in terms of like endorphins and stuff like that. You can just replace it with exercise. I've done that, and it's been great, not only for my body and my mind, but for my life. It is, I have met people that I have been physically attracted to. I have met people that I have wanted to sleep with. However, what will I feel and what will I gain from this afterwards? Probably nothing, because a lot of people are not where I'm at in life. And if you're not ready to build or looking for commitment, or you're not working on yourself, clearing your energy, all of these things, then we're just not really gonna match. It's not that I don't like men and that I don't want men and I don't want to have sex. Once I pop, me can't stop. So that's why I prefer to stop, so that I don't pop, because when I pop, me can't stop. So that's why I mean I start. Basically, you know, I think that was a huge contributing fact to me deciding to be abstinent, because if me can't get it when me want it, then me I got left it where it there. I have a little control issues. Now I'm thinking about, I think I have slight control. I do have control issues that comes from trauma. We'll talk about that another time. Really made way for me to open my arms up for new relationships, genuine relationships. If you are somebody that wants to increase your self-love, please do click the link in the bio and go and purchase my book, How to Become the Main Character in Your Life workbook. That will show you how to put yourself yourself first. That will show you how to raise your standards, how to raise your self-worth, how to raise your self-esteem, so that you can start making decisions that are best for your life. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you're going to go away and think about it and make some great decisions of your own today to make your life more you-focused, more love-focused, self-focused. Yeah? Don't think I'm crazy for going celibate for 3 years. It's the best thing I've ever done. So yeah, like, share and subscribe for more content like this. I am the self-love guru. Okay, I'm going to show you and bring you back to yourself, because that's what I do. I'll show you how to love yourself and how to get yourself back to who you really are and start living your life your way. Click that subscribe button, like, share, and press the notifications not to miss an episode. And I'll see you soon. D-what? D-Ray. D-what? D-Ray. Every time I come up in the spot, D. Every time I come up in the house, D. D. D.
Said me keep it tight and me keep it precise. Cook me a clean, raise kids, me a wife. Keep secrets, hold the ting on the line. Never fall up, I'm in love with the grind. Timeless peace in the way me a shine. Skin so fine, one trick me like wine. Look in his eyes, so we're way out of time.